So recently I traded in my 2015 Harley Davidson Sportster for a 2021 Harley Davidson Heritage Classic. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience after the first 500 miles with the bike, especially coming from the Sportster. Before I begin this, I just want to say I'm not a professional motorcycle reviewer. I'm as average as they come. Just, you know, I'm a kid with a camera who rides a motorcycle. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm just a dude who likes to ride. And I wanted to share my experience with you. So I came from a life of riding dirt bikes and ATVs and, you know, anything with a motor and 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels. When I started riding street 6 years ago, I was fresh out of college and I wanted something cheap. You know, I knew I wanted a cruiser, and I wanted something that was cheap and something I could, you know, get my feet wet in the motorcycling world. So I paid cash for my 2015 Sportster, and I had a lot of fun with it, man. It was awesome. If it wasn't for that stupid wheel bearing, I'd probably still be riding it. But as much as I love the Sportster, it was time for an upgrade. The more I started riding, the more my priorities changed. Initially, I just wanted something I can go around town with, you know, nothing too serious. Wasn't trying to set any land speed records or do long distance trips. But the more experience I got, the more I realized I loved taking trips on the bike, and I wanted more out of my riding experience. The Sportster just wasn't meant for touring. It's not a touring motorcycle. And I realized that I wanted to get more into touring specifically. I wanted to take trips, and, you know, my interests were changing as I began to ride more and more. So I had always kind of wanted this Heritage. I test rode a Heritage a couple of years ago, and I told myself that when I was ready to upgrade that I would. But yeah, man, so the Heritage that I have is mostly stock. The only thing that the previous owner really did was add a set of Vance & Hines slip-on exhaust. The bike is 728 pounds, which is a big difference from the 565-pound bike that I came from. But the bike is not nearly as top-heavy as the Sportster is, so I feel very comfortable on it, actually. The bike has the Milwaukee 8 engine that Harley has become famous for, and it also has 109 foot-pounds of torque, which is, I think it's like double what I'm used to. I think the 883 Sportsters have like 53.8 or 9 foot-pounds of torque, so a dramatic difference in performance. For a bike that big, though, it's actually surprisingly nimble. I mean, this thing can really get up and go, which is a nice surprise. That 6th gear is a huge difference for me. If you've ever taken a Sportster on the highway, you'll know what I mean. The thing is just 4,000 RPM at 70 miles an hour. The bike's just begging for a 6th gear. I really do appreciate the added creature comforts. The seat is really comfortable. I like the forward controls. I didn't think I would like them at first. It was really weird because, you know, if you've ridden dirt your whole life, or if you've ridden mids your whole life, you understand. It's a totally different riding experience. But I do like the forward foot position. I do like that I'm more comfortable. I love the added storage capabilities with the lockable saddlebags and the opportunity to, you know, just put on like a sissy bar or something. Again, all things I could have done with my Sportster, but the seat was just not comfortable whatsoever, and the bike really wasn't made for long distance trips. So I've noticed a dramatic difference in my comfort and just my overall enjoyment. I mean, I really do love the added performance that this bike has to offer. So yeah, man, pros, the bike is really comfortable. The bike has a lot of creature comforts that really add to the overall riding experience and enjoyment. The bike handles like a dream. It's surprisingly nimble for how big it is. And it's a looker. I mean, caught my eye in the showroom for sure. If there's one thing I can think of in terms of cons, it would just be that I feel like my back is slightly arched just a little bit. Nothing that a rider backrest or different handlebars can't fix. But infinitely better than the seat that I had before and the riding position that I was in before. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the bike. I still kind of pinch myself and wonder what the hell I did. I can't believe that I pulled the trigger on this. You know, this is something I've had my eye on for so long, and like I said in my last video, life is entirely too short to not enjoy. You know, you can't take any of this stuff with you when you go, so if you have the means financially, you just do it. I really wanted to thank everybody for the nice comments on the bike. I really appreciate it. Some of you have been following me for a while now. You know my journey, you know my experience with motorcycling, so I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to make more memories and experience the world in a totally different way. I'm very privileged to live where I live because you can kind of just point in any direction and ride. Like, it's so cool to me. So yeah, overall, like I said, man, I'm really happy with the bike. I'm glad that I got the deal that I wanted. I'm glad that I got the money that I did for the Sportster. I don't have any kind of buyer's remorse whatsoever. And I'm just totally stoked to be on this bike, and I'm privileged. So that's all for now. That's all I got for you guys. Take care, ride safe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.